Imagine waking up one morning, staring at the ceiling, and feeling a nagging sense that there is more to life than what you're currently experiencing. You want to grow, to improve, to unlock the potential you know is inside you. But something holds you back, a fear, a doubt, or maybe just the lack of knowing where to start. I know that feeling. I've been there. And today, I want to take you on a journey to discover what truly fuels self-improvement and personal development. This isn't just a list of tips. It's a story about transformation, about uncovering the driving forces that can take you from where you are to where you want to be. And throughout this journey, I'll share actionable steps that you can implement immediately. By the end of this video, you won't just feel inspired, you'll be empowered to take your first steps. Stay with me until the end, because there's something that ties everything you're about to hear together and takes it to an entirely new level. And before we start, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. The spark of change, discovering your why for me, it started on a particularly bleak winter morning. I was sitting by my window watching snowflakes drift lazily to the ground and wondering why my life felt stuck. It wasn't that I lacked ambition. I had plenty of dreams, but none of them felt real. I was simply going through the motions, day in and day out, with no clear sense of purpose. That morning, I asked myself a question that would change everything. What do I truly want? At first, the answers were vague. I want to be happy, I thought. But happiness wasn't a goal. It was a byproduct of something deeper. So I dug further. After weeks of journaling, reflecting, and even talking to close friends, I found my why. I wanted to inspire others to live their best lives. Your turn. Take a moment right now. Grab a pen and paper or open the Notes app on your phone and write down your answer to this question. What do I truly want? Don't overthink it. Just let the words flow. If it's unclear, keep digging. Ask yourself, what makes me come alive? What legacy do I want to leave behind? This simple exercise is your first step toward clarity, and clarity fuels action. Building momentum, the power of small habits. Once I had my why, the next question was, how do I get there? The answer was both simple and profound, through habits. But not the kind of grand, overwhelming changes you might imagine. I'm talking about tiny, manageable actions that compound over time. Let me give you an example. One of my goals was to cultivate a growth mindset. I knew that to grow, I needed to expose myself to new ideas and perspectives. So I started a habit of reading for just 5 minutes every morning. 5 minutes, that's all. At first, it felt insignificant. But over weeks and months, those 5 minutes turned into entire books. And those books reshaped the way I thought about myself and the world. Your turn. Think of one small habit you can start today. Here's a quick exercise. Set a timer for 1 minute and brainstorm tiny, achievable habits related to your goals. For example, want to improve your health? Start with 1 glass of water every morning. Want to learn a new skill? Commit to 5 minutes of practice daily. Want to feel more organized? Write down 3 tasks for tomorrow before going to bed. Pick one habit and start today. Remember, it's the small, consistent actions that create lasting change. Reframing failure, the power of a growth mindset. Not long after I started building habits, I hit my first major roadblock. I had set a goal to improve my public speaking skills. But during my first big presentation at work, I froze. My hands were shaking, my voice cracked, and I forgot half of what I wanted to say. I was mortified. For days, I replayed that moment in my mind, convinced I wasn't cut out for public speaking. But then I stumbled upon a concept that shifted my entire perspective, the growth mindset. Instead of seeing failure as a reflection of my abilities, I began to see it as a stepping stone to improvement. I went back to the drawing board. I analyzed what went wrong, practiced in front of friends, and sought feedback. The next time I stood in front of an audience, I wasn't perfect, but I was better. And that improvement fueled my confidence to keep going. Your turn. Think about a recent failure or challenge you faced. Write it down. Then, next to it, answer these 2 questions. First, what did this experience teach me? Second, how can I use this lesson to improve? This simple reframing exercise helps you see failure as a tool for growth rather than a roadblock. The role of community, who you surround yourself with, matters. As my journey continued, I realized something profound. I couldn't do it alone. Personal development isn't just about the relationship you have with yourself. It's also about the people you surround yourself with. At one point, I joined a mastermind group of like-minded individuals who were also focused on self-improvement. These weren't just friends, they were accountability partners, cheerleaders, and sometimes even constructive critics. Their energy, insights, and support became a driving force in my journey. Your turn. Evaluate your current circle. Ask yourself, who inspires me to be better? Who drains my energy or holds me back? If your circle isn't aligned with your goals, take a proactive step. Join an online group, attend a workshop, or reach out to someone who inspires you. Surrounding yourself with the right people can be transformative. Reflection and gratitude, the secret to sustained growth. One of the most transformative practices I adopted was reflection. Every evening, I would sit down with my journal and answer two simple questions. What went well today? What can I improve tomorrow? At first, it felt like just another task on my to-do list. But over time, this practice became a powerful tool for self-awareness. It helped me celebrate small victories, identify patterns, and course correct when needed. But reflection alone isn't enough. It needs to be paired with gratitude. Each night, I also wrote down 3 things I was grateful for. They didn't have to be big. Sometimes it was as simple as a warm cup of tea or a kind word from a stranger. This practice rewired my brain to focus on abundance rather than lack. Your turn. Tonight, before you go to bed, try this. First, write down 3 things you're grateful for. Second, reflect on one win from the day, no matter how small. Third, set one intention for tomorrow. This practice takes less than 5 minutes and can transform the way you see your life. The final insight, mindfulness as the ultimate catalyst. Now, here's the insight that ties everything together. Mindfulness. You can have a clear vision, build habits, embrace failure, connect with the right people, and reflect regularly. But without mindfulness, it's easy to get caught up in the chaos of life and lose sight of what matters. For me, mindfulness started with a simple breathing exercise. Every morning, I would sit quietly, close my eyes, and focus on my breath for just 2 minutes. This practice grounded me, helped me stay present, and reminded me of my why. Your turn. Set a timer for 2 minutes. Close your eyes, take slow, deep breaths, and focus on the sensation of the air entering and leaving your body. Whenever your mind wanders, gently bring it back to your breath. Try this every morning for the next week, and notice how it changes your perspective. Your journey begins now. Self-improvement and personal development aren't destinations. They're journeys. They're fueled by clarity, small habits, a growth mindset, supportive connections, reflection, and mindfulness. And the best part? You can start right now. So, what fuels your self-improvement? What's the first step you'll take today? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if this story resonated with you, hit that subscribe button, join our community of growth seekers, and visit my shop. Link is in the description. Your future self is waiting. Let's unlock your path together.